Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be doing a review of the Acer H243H 24-inch monitor. In a couple months back, I believe, I believe it was the, I believe it was the SSD video, or one of them. I showed it and said that I was going to do a review of it, and then watching it a while back, I realized that I had actually never done a review on it because I'm a genius. But yeah, so I've had the monitor for about closer to 3 months now, and I can rather aptly pass judgment on it. There's definitely a lot of things about it I like, and quite a few that I don't. First on the like list being that it is obnoxiously bright. It is 300 CDM to, and actually I have it on a 3-monitor setup, 24, 22, 19, all hooked up through multi-GPU, and my whole the room I'm in is like this really long hallway thing. And at night I can literally stand at the other end of the hallway and read by the light that all these monitors push off. And even if only the 24 is on, it's definitely, it is as bright as both of the other monitors combined. It does a really good job at that. So when you're watching it when it's dark or something, it gives you a very lifelike kind of view, like you're actually at the movie or whatever. The whole immersion is very accurate on that. Now another thing that I like about it is obviously its physical size. It does have built-in speakers. I have literally never used them because I believe they are 1-watt speakers. Now that's good if you just want to have a basic system set up to do whatever, and these can have your built-in things, but obviously most of the time I'm using my Sennheisers, and if I am using anything, it's when I'm using my speakers, when either like I just got out of the shower and I don't want to put on headphones, or if my friends are over or something. But the speakers are in there if needed. It is 1080p, which is always good. Generally, there's a breaking point between 22 and 24. 24 inches are all 1080p, 1920 by 1080. There is also 1920 by 1200. That's kind of a different thing. That's 16 by 10 instead of 16 by 9, which is, this is 16 by 9. There are 22 inches and 20 inches that are 1080p, but 24 and up are all 1080p until you get to like 27, which then becomes a higher resolution. But it's not always true, but it's generally that way. But yeah, the contrast ratio on it is 4000 to 1 max ACM, which is its dynamic ratio, which means that the dimmest black has 40,000 variances from the brightest white. Now that's dynamic. That's not how many there is, because that counts all 100 brightness levels in the menu. That's why you can buy a TV that has like 2 million contrast ratio, which obviously doesn't exist. The contrast ratio on it is a little bit sketchy. It's designed as a 1080p monitor that I bought with the inclination that I was going to watch movies on it, and I did for a while. I downloaded a whole bunch of different random stuff, watched YouTube videos in 1080p. You can watch Avatar in 1080p, stuff like that, and it was pretty good. And then after a while, I started to realize anybody who's ever used a monitor with a bad contrast ratios knows kind of what I'm talking about, or like really cheap, like knockoff brand 19 inches. They have this thing where the black isn't actually black, because an LED is backlit with pipes of light, and anywhere that's black is not actually black. It's light, and just the area that has no color looks a whole of a lot different than anywhere else that actually has color. So when you're watching, especially at an odd viewing angle, like if you're sitting below the monitor, you will actually see that dark areas like in tree lines or at like the top of somebody's head whenever you're watching a dark scene. Like I've been rewatching Lost lately on ABC's website, and you'll notice that areas that are supposed to be black look almost purple, or like it's black but it glows. And I can move it from my 24 to my 22, and those areas will be black. And I'll move it back to the 24 and they'll be glowing again. And it's kind of really annoying. And now that I've noticed it and I've kind of looked into it, I've played all around with the settings in it, and it's pretty much impossible to fix. It has touchscreen controls on it, that are really fidgety. You have to like cover the entire button, like the word menu, with your entire thumb, and then it'll register. You can't just kind of tap it like if you're using like a smartphone like the iPhone or the Droid X or something of the sort. So you just kind of tap at it. These are, I believe, resistive. If they're not, then they're low-end capacitive. But you actually need to cover the entire button. And until you get used to it, it's really frustrating. And once you get used to it, it's kind of frustrating. So I would prefer to have physical buttons, like the Acer H243H, which is a 22-inch monitor that I have and reviewed like a year and a half ago, probably more than that. That's a really good monitor. I could almost say that I would trade this 24 for another 22-inch if I got the $50 difference back, because it's nice to have a bigger monitor, but the contrast ratio being that annoying really lost it for me. Because it's just, I can't watch any movies on it. The only thing I can do is like Facebook and playing video games. Like if you're in, like I'm still playing Modern Warfare 2, I refuse to accept Black Ops. In Afghan, in the cave, in between the crash and the back area, all in there, when you're in the corners of the screen will be like that annoying purple black, and it's frustrating. You can mess around with the brightness, and you can like over brighten and over contrast and under brighten it, and then that purple black will go away, but the color reproduction will be not right. So yeah, anybody who's looking into this, I wouldn't really recommend it for movies or anything like that. If you just want a big monitor to do like word processing and stuff on, it's a good monitor. Considering that it's only $210, it's pretty good. But yeah, if you're a major movie viewer, I would not recommend this monitor. Other than that, it's acceptable, especially for its price range via size. It's just about it. Oh, also, the stand, it doesn't tilt very much. It does tilt, but given the fact that the monitor has a kind of shoddy viewing angle, you need to be like at level with the top bezel, or have it angled so if it was level, you would be level with the top bezel. The monitor only kind of tilts backwards, so it only accounts for the fact that you might sit above it, not below it. So if you have a high desk, you might have to, I actually had to switch chairs to a chair that sat higher so that I could look at it to help get rid of that purple stuff. Yeah, that's just about it. Got some pretty good reviews on Newegg, but those people, I mean, in the first 2 weeks, if I would have reviewed it, I would have given it a sparkling review. But over the longevity of having it, it's I would probably buy it again, but I would not be as excited as I was when I first bought it. Whatever. So yeah, that's just about it. Thank you everybody for watching. Please be sure to comment and subscribe, and I will see you all later.